Hello, hi, and a warm welcome from me, Karl from Wooden Data Center. Today, on day 4 of our Wooden Data Center Innovation Week, we actually have nearly no wood or very little wood as a product itself. But there is an increased demand, discussion, and a lot of talk about heat reuse use cases. And that is for a lot of reasons usually quite difficult. One, you don't have any extra space for a greenhouse or aquaponics or some spacious stuff. Second, traditional heat grid in heating houses is usually non-existing, especially in Germany, and the temperature going out of those data centers is usually at a very low temperature level, so it cannot be used in an 85 to 120 degree heat grid. Hence, I came up with something differently. We looked at Algae already at WindCloud, which also requires a greenhouse, but there's something that requires relatively little environmental influence, has the right temperature range, and can also be run relatively profitable on a very low space. And this is why we designed a modular fish farm in a container consisting out of 10 IBC tank systems with automatic feeders, freshwater inlet, and piping, to get the water again out, which is then recycled through the filter system, and the whole system is connected via heat exchanger and pump setup to the data center, heat exchanger. Complementary systems is an electronic cabinet, for the pumps and empowering the lights and the electronics and sensor system, with a small network switch setup to reach all the sensors that can be, easily implemented by a Raspberry Pi setup for monitoring the pH level, which is critical for raising fish, temperature, and oxygen level. And combining that, this is then a very compact solution to raise fish close to the data center. The way we want to propose this and we want to market this is that we can actually, any existing data center can ask us, and we will, supply this fish farm and manage all the handling and also take care of marketing and selling the fish out to the grocery supply chains. To look at something really existing, how would it look like? So this is the most sustainable data center setup I can personally think of. We have a wooden data center module with immersion cooling, so we have a very high temperature level, directly the heat in a liquid. This is direct connected to the cooling system of the data center, which is here relatively compact on top, is connected directly into the heat exchanger of the fish farm, directly placed next to it. The heat can be used and keeps the whole system warm. Just for reference, for example, a very lucrative fish is eel. Eel can be grown optimal up to 24 degrees year round, and for example shrimp goes up to temperatures up to 30 degrees, which also can be made profitable. The whole setup here can be, if you wish to, and if you want to do it yourself, as usual, this is going to be open source, so play around with it, build it yourself, can be done from refurbished and reused material. Get a 14-inch shipping container, get reused IBCs, get those fish tanks on top. This is for the small fish, to grow up smaller batches of the small fish before you put them into the big tank, and get going with this. So quite a bit different way on to approach this and to think about this. We will have a bit more of a deep dive on how the economics of this is working, how the whole system is operating, and what's important to keep those fish happy and viable and make this a healthy business. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed the Innovation Week, and let's talk soon. Bye bye.